Hi everyone. Okay, so now the next topic we're going to discuss as part of our remembering algebra and our review, now that we've covered order of operations, is to practice for solving linear equations and doing formula manipulation. So just like I did with the last one, I have put a practice sheet here for you to complete. I have also added the answer key here for you. And if you want more review, you can go to chapter 2 in your textbook, and between pages 49 and 57, you'll find lots of review as well. I think it's all the odd numbered questions that the solution is actually in the back of the textbook. So you can always check your solution to make sure that you're correct. Okay, so let's move on to solving linear equations. So I've written an example of one here. And basically it's, we need to get all of the variables, so the x, on one side of the equation and everything else over to the other side, okay? So looking at this equation, we see 3x minus 7 equals 5 minus 9x. So the question is, how do we move the minus 9x to the other side of the equation? Okay, so if you have a negative 9x, by adding 9x to that side of the equation, minus 9x plus 9x washes that out. It clears it out. But whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So if we add 9x, I'm going to rewrite the equation so I can keep the original one there. Minus 7 equals 5 minus 9x. So what we need to do is add 9x. And again, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So we'll come back over to this side and say add 9x there. Okay, so if we take it and cross them out, that leaves us with, okay, so I've crossed out the minus 9x plus 9x because that washes out. Minus 9x plus 9x, there's nothing left. But on this side of the equation, we've got 3x plus 9x. Add those two together, that gives us 12x or 12x's. And then we have minus 7 equals 5. So now we need to get that minus 7 over to the other side. So again, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So we've got 12x minus 7 plus 7. Oops, space there, equals 5 plus 7. So again, the minus 7 plus 7, I'm going to come up here and cross that out. So then, that gives me 12x equals 12. I need to divide each side. 12x, 12. Actually, I think the easiest way to do it is just, bear with me here, divided by 12, 12x divided by 12. That gives me x equals 12 divided by 12 is 1. Because again, 12 divided by 12 for the 12x, cross that out. And that leaves x on that side. Okay? All right, so let's try another one. Hey everyone. Okay, here is another example. Okay, so now our variable is a, and we're looking to solve for a. So we have 2a minus 9 equals a plus 1. So we need to get the a from the right side over to the left side, and we need to get the minus 9 from the left side over to the right side. Okay, so let's move the a first. So in order to move this a, we need to subtract a. And, as you know, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So, subtract a. So over on the right side, a minus a crosses out. So I can cross that out. And that leaves me 1 on that side. But if I look here, 2a minus a leaves 1a, or just a. You don't write 1a. It just represents a. So a minus 9 equals 1. Okay, so again, whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other. I'll make that consistent by making it a small a. Okay, so now we need a minus 9. How do we get rid of a minus 9? We add 9. Whoops. And again, what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So if we add 9 to one side, we need to add 9 to the other side. So this minus 9 plus 9 crosses out, leaving me a on that side. A equals 1 plus 9 is 10. Okay? All right. Let's see what else we have. Let's try one that's a little bit harder. We've got 6y minus 4 equals 0. Okay. How do we do this? So what's inside of the brackets, okay, which is y minus 4, we have outside of the brackets, we've got a 6, okay? And where the 6 is right up against the bracket, it basically is indicating 6 times whatever's in the bracket. So in order to get rid of the bracket, we have to multiply 6 by everything that's inside the brackets. So 6 times y is 6y. Minus sign, and then 6 times 4 is 24. So that leaves us with 6y minus 24 equals 0. Okay, so we want to get rid of the minus 24. Again, what we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So we've got our 6y minus 24 plus 24 equals 0 plus 24. Okay, so now we can cross out the minus 24 plus 24. So that leaves us with 6y equals 24. Okay, we need to get rid of the 6. And where it's 6 times y, so it's multiplication, so we need to divide. We need to divide both sides by 6. So we have 6 divided by 6y, okay. 6y, I think that looks better, divided by 6 equals 24 divided by 6. So, looking here, this 6 multiplied by the y crosses out with this 6, the one you're dividing it by. And then 24 divided by 6, so that leaves us y on this side. 24 divided by 6 gives us 4. Y equals 4. All right, let's stop here for a moment. Okay, here's another one. Let's give this one a try. So for this one here, you can see there's x's and y's, but it's specifically asking you to solve for x. You could say solve for y, and then you'd have to solve for y, having y isolated on one side with everything else over on the other side. But in this case, we're solving for x, so let's give it a try. Works the exact same. So let's rewrite the equation. 2x minus 5y equals y plus 8. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is get the y's from the left side over to the right side. Okay, so then it's got just the x, and it's still a 2 multiplied by, but we'll deal with that afterwards, but we'll get the y's over on the other side. So as always, how do I get rid of minus 5y plus 5y? And whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So I'm going to say plus 5y. Okay, so these y's cross out. Minus 5y plus 5y crosses out. Get rid of that. Okay, bring it down. We've got 2x left on that side. Okay, so we've got a y plus 8 plus 5y. So if we group the y's together, we've got y plus 5y. That gives us 6 y's. 6y plus 8. Okay, we're getting closer. So now we need to divide by 2, right? 2x, we need to divide by 2. But whatever we do on one side, we have to do on the other. So we have to divide everything on both sides by the 2. Okay, so 2x, divide that by 2. Oops. Divide that by 2. Come over here. 6y, divide by 2. And the 8, divide by 2. So for the 2x, that 2 crosses out. With this 2, 6, I'm going to bring that down first. That leaves me x on that side. And for this one here, 6y divided by 2. The 6, I'm going to cross that out with the 2. 6 divided by 2 leaves me 3. So that gives me 3y plus 8 divided by 2 is 4. So x equals 3y plus 4. Hope this has helped. I'm going to show you a couple more of the equation manipulation, but I'm running out of time in this video. The videos can only be at the maximum 15 minutes, and we are now at 13. Thanks, everyone.